What is up, everybody? It is Drake once again with DSF Financial, showing you guys the ATM business and how I'm making my money work for me through passive income. I've had quite a few questions on YouTube, Instagram, and the like, trying to figure out how this deal went down, how much I paid, what the details were, and I'm here to share that with you guys right now. Now, before you guys keep watching this video, hit that subscribe button for me if you have not done so already. Make sure to like the videos if you like them. Watch them all again if you want. I won't be mad. Now, this deal, it had some very good things with it. One glitch, but it got handled and resolved, and I could not be happier. John out there at ATM Central, based out of Florida, has been phenomenal with this process. I did not know him beforehand, and thanks to the seller for introducing me to him. Thank you. The whole process has been amazing. Now, what exactly does $10,800 buy me? 9 ATMs. I'm happy you asked. Now, what came with the purchase? Let me show you guys. Let's go inside. All right, nice and cool, AC running nice. Now this deal, it essentially fell in my lap and I cannot be happier with it. As you can see, I do have the 4 ATMs behind me, which is awesome. Only this one, and that one was included in the deal. This highest sung, I'm still trying to get updated and find a location for. Unfortunately, with COVID rearing its ugly head, it's gonna be some time, I think, before Texas allows crazy events that need ATMs. And I think I'm just gonna get these things deployed in the locations instead of starting the mobile events. I haven't done any mobile events yet, and I really, really want to. But right now, at least in 2020, I don't think is the best option. Now, this deal did come with 4 Gen Mega 2500s. I'll leave some pictures up here for you guys so you can take a look. 1 Gen Mega 1900, which is a little bit of an older model, but still functioning well. 2 Hantel 1700s, and 2 highest sung 2700s. Now, along with those machines, 6 of which are installed, they're all up and running, fully functional, which is awesome. Now, let me show you guys also with the purchase. So here's obviously the Hantel machine. It honestly looks spotless. The seller really took pride in his machines, really took pride in the business, and took care of them amazingly. Is that even a word? Amazingly? No. He took amazing care of the machines, and that's part of the reason why I went ahead with the purchase. I can tell the seller really did care about his product, made sure everything was up and running and completely updated. Yes, every machine is EMV compliant. One way to tell is to open it up here in the back, and what I did is I took the model number here, and you can Google that model number and it comes back as an EMV card reader, which is perfect. Now, the only blemish on the machines, honestly, that I noticed is just a little bit of discoloration here. But if I really cared that much about it, I can just paint it really quickly. It'll be super easy to do that. And here is here's the Gen Mega, which definitely looks nice as well. When I was going through the purchase process, I really wanted to inspect the machines the best that I could without seeming that I was just out there kicking tires, essentially. So what I did is I opened the machines, made sure they were looking really nice, which they are super clean in here, which is awesome. I honestly cannot say enough positive things about the seller and his wife. I don't want to say their names because they may not want their names blasted all over YouTube. But if you guys are watching it, me and my wife cannot thank you guys enough. Another thing I did is I took a look at the locks and made sure that the passcodes were working properly, all that good stuff. And actually, here's a nice thing too about Gen Mega machines is they kind of tell you how to change out the lock, which is pretty cool. Now, the machines that are installed, they're working fully functional which is killer. And I've actually already made almost $800, and it's only been about 2 weeks since we've been running things. So that's pretty damn good if you ask me. Pretty darn good if you ask me. Excuse my language. Now, the seller unfortunately did have a break-in a little while back, but he was able to salvage some of the parts to it. One being the head of the unit, or the head of the ATM. And it does come with all of the essential motherboards and the credit card reader, which is awesome. It also came with a dispenser. He was able to salvage the dispenser. He was able to salvage the paper dispenser as well. This one is the cash dispenser, and this right here is the paper dispenser. And it also came with an extra cash box, which is killer. All in all, you know, definitely several $100s in parts that he just threw in there for me. He's getting out of the business, so he offered to just give it to me, which is, you know, more than what he had to do. And that's part of the reason why I keep thanking him. Thank you. On top of that, he included a bunch of bolts to bolt the machines down. Now, I showed you guys these type of bolts in a previous video. These things are so much easier than the traditional style concrete anchors. You just use, you know, you definitely have to drill into the concrete still, but you use an impact driver and you just drill these things straight down, and it's a heck of a lot easier than hammering anchors down into the floor, especially if you're trying to do that on the inside of a safe. It's not safe. It can damage the machines if you're not too careful with the hammer, but the quicker I can get the ATM installed, obviously the better. He threw in a bunch of paper. This is only just a small fraction of the paper. The rest of it's in the garage. And got a new lock as well for the safe. And then all of the paperwork for all the ATMs. He is very, very organized. Kind of like my wife, which sometimes it can get on my nerves. But in a business, that's not a bad thing at all. These are just different washers that I can use as well for installs. All in all, everything was $10,800. You're thinking, holy hell, that's a lot of money, which it is. Which is why I made that video questioning if I should do it. There's so many pros and cons about the business. With COVID going around, who knows about jobs? Who knows about cash? But it's a risk I'm willing to take. Now, that's all the good stuff. Let me clue you in on a little bit of the one bad thing about the deal. All the machines, when I purchased them, were fully functional, fully operational. The installed machines were literally making money day one. But I went on the first day, I went through all the ATMs that were installed, and I ended up changing out the safe combination, changing out the master combination. So all of his stuff was gone, all the seller stuff was gone, and just my stuff was there. That way he couldn't access anything if he wanted to. Not that he would, but just in case. I went through all 5 of the machines, flawless, perfect. I go to the 6th machine, which just so happens to be one of the highest sung 2700s, and guess what? The keypad wasn't working. Yes, unfortunately, highest sung is known for keypad issues. They were working a couple days prior because the seller obviously had to take all of the cash out of the machine, and it was working just fine. A couple days later, I go there, I change the combination to the safe, I load the money with cash, or I load the ATM with cash, flip on the ATM, everything's loading up just fine, and then I go to try and type in my password, and there's no sound coming from the keypad. I'm like, hell no, the very, very last one. And of course, it's in a rec center, a city-owned rec center, and it was 1,000 degrees in there. And I had to have a face mask on. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm trying to troubleshoot the best that I can. And that's honestly where John with ATM Central came into play. He helped set up all the accounts and everything for me with PAI, which is awesome, by the way. A lot better than Columbus data. But John was able, I gave him a call when I was having the issue. Granted, I've only known him for a couple days. He has nothing really to do with this purchase that I just did, but he helped me troubleshoot the keypad, and we came up with the understanding that the keypad was shot. It was not working. You want to know why John and the seller are so awesome? They sent me a keypad for free. They felt so bad about it that they sent it to me for free, which is phenomenal. On top of that, when I got the keypad, I've never changed a keypad before. I tried to do a lot of research. I tried to YouTube it. That's not something that's on YouTube. So I went to the ATM with the keypad, trial and error, no error, luckily. I got the thing installed just fine. And then John, over there at ATM Central, was able to get me fully up and running live. And honestly, they didn't have to do that. The sale's done. He didn't have to do anything. John, the sale's done. He didn't have to do anything either. But they stuck it out with me. They helped me get the keypad replaced. And thanks again. I think I've said thank you guys, 20 times already in the video. But honestly, this whole process has been wonderful. On top of everything that came with the purchase, it also included 6 routers. Adding everything up, it was a heck of a deal. Now you guys know what the deal entailed. $10,800 got me all of this. I still obviously have a lot of work to do, but I'm not afraid of a little hard work. It's gonna pay off in the end. And honestly, mentally, it makes me feel good too, knowing that I'm earning my keep. I'm working hard, and good things in life aren't given to me. And honestly, I was thinking about this whole deal, especially, with how awesome they've been, the seller and John. And I think it's honestly, maybe it's because I try and be a good person. They say birds of a feather flock together. I'm drawn to good people. I'd like to think good people are drawn to me. With as crazy as life is right now for everybody in the world with COVID, with everybody having issues right now with in the country, essentially, with all the riots and whatnot, just keep in mind, be a good person and good things will come to you. I try and live my life that way, and so far, it's worked out. Be a good person, work hard for what you want in life, and good things will come. I'll leave you guys with that. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, but keep grinding like it's Monday. Later.